Hello and welcome to today's math lesson. So first of all, guys, can we all turn to wave and say a big hello to our friends on camera? Hello. And we'll begin by doing our meditation sequence. So I will sit down, take 2 fingers, find our heart center, left hand on our laps and close our eyes. And when you're ready, guys, you can open your eyes and come back to the room. And next we'll do our stretch sequence. So let's stand up and push in our chairs. And we can begin by stretching up high to the sky. High as we can. And then let's go down low. Touch your toes. Back up high one more time. And this time, can we go tippy toe high? And while we're there, let's have a wave side to side. And then back down to touch your toes once more. And now hands on hips. And let's have a wiggle side to side. Wiggle side to side. Stop. Another wiggle side to side. Stop. Forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards, and stop. And now let's go round and round. Round and round we go. Round and round, and stop. And then back the other way. Round and round the other way. Very good, guys, and stop. And now let's shake it out. Arms and legs, let's have a shake. Shake it out. And to finish, we will do 5 claps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent, guys. Have a seat. So in math class recently, we've been learning about something called schedules. Yes, and what schedules are is the format of a time and an activity about how and when we have to do something. So first of all, let me write the word schedules on the board. S-C-H-E-D-U-L-E. So all together, guys, schedule. Yeah, schedule lays out the times when we have to be somewhere or do something. And recently, we've been learning about a particular type of schedule that involves time and activities. Timetable. Very good. We were learning about how to do timetables. So let's write that word on the board too, because timetable, T-I-M-E, T is a type of schedule. Now, who can remember every timetable needs at least two different things? Can anybody remember what the first thing is? Time. It's actually in the name. It needs a time. T-I-M-E. And then the next thing it needs, lessons. Like what we need really are activities. But in our previous lesson, we learned about how to do a timetable based on our school schedule. And what we're going to do this morning as a recap is just to do a recap of what our school class schedule looks like for this morning. So I'll be giving students a marker pen and they can complete the class timetable schedule based on their information. So let's see who can go first. And the first student today is Lak Gao. Okay, so Lak Gao gets first pick today. What time does our first lesson start? It's the lesson we're doing now. What time? What time does it start? 8:30 till 9:30, correct. So we write that as our time because that's the first part of our timetable. And now it's time for the activity. And because we're at school, the activity that we're talking about is lessons. And now we are having math. So you can see how the timetable begins to take shape. 8:30 till 9:30, math. We've got the time and the activity, which is the lesson. Lak Gao, that was brilliant. Big round of applause for Lak Gao, please, guys. Okay, so we've done our first lesson of the day. Can we go home yet? No, it's not time for home. It's time for another lesson. So let's see who can put the next place on our timetable. And the student who can help me with this one, lesson number 2, is Pat. So Pat, come and join me at the front of class, please. Okay, so remember about the timetable where all the different times are in sequence of each other. So if math class finishes at 9:30, what time does the next class begin? 9:30. And then what time will that class end? 10:30. Excellent. And what class do you have at 9:30 today, guys? Science. Okay, so after math class, we have science. And science is spelt S-C-I-E-N-C-E. Perfect, Pat. Very well done. So we can say, guys, 9:30 till 10:30, science. Pat, that was brilliant. Very well done. And a big round of applause for Pat, please, guys. Okay, and we've got one more lesson to squeeze in the morning. So let's see who can do our next lesson. What's after science? What's after science? Let's see, maybe Nadia can tell us what lesson comes next. Okay, so Nadia's got the next job. Science class finishes at 10:30. So what does that mean about the next class? Begins at 10:30 because the times all follow in sequence on a timetable until they're not 10:30 till 10:30, 10:30 until 11:30 because our classes are for 1 hour, allowing our students a little break in between. But Nadia, after science today, what class do we have? We've got math, science, and then we've got English. So English is spelt E-N-G-L-I-S-H. Perfect, Nadia. Very well done. So we can say 10:30 until 11:30, English. Nadia, brilliant. Big round of applause for Nadia, please, guys. Now on our timetable, we're up till 11:30. And then at 11:30, something happens every day that doesn't involve lessons, but let's see if our students can remember. So now, bang pon, come and join me at the front of class. So next, do we have another lesson after English? Eat lunch. Okay, so what can we say the name of the activity is? Lunch. L-U-N-C-H. Okay, guys, and what time does lunch begin? 11:30. So we can write the time of lunch goes from 11:30 until 12:30, because we get 1 hour for lunch also. Bang on, that's excellent. So we can say 11:30 till 12:30, lunch. Big round of applause for Bang Pong, guys. So you can see now how we've learned how to do our own schedules involving a timetable. We've got 8:30 until 9:30, math, which is the lesson we're in now. Then 9:30 until 10:30, science. And after science, 10:30 until 11:30, English. And then 11:30 till 12:30 is lunch. Guys, that was brilliant. Very well remembered. And what we're going to do in today's lesson, we're going to be learning about another type of schedule. Now, it's similar to a timetable, but what this next schedule does is it consists of activities over a longer period of time. And the one that we're going to be learning about now, guys, is called a program. Yes, a program of events or a schedule of events can last for days, weeks, and even months. And we're going to be learning about how to construct schedules with a program. So what we've got now is a PowerPoint presentation for our students to observe, listen to, and also practice speaking and answering questions about a schedule program. So let's turn to look at the TV screen, please, guys. So let's take a look at our PowerPoint presentation today about schedule programs. Yes, you can see here the title of this schedule: Field Trip and Events. Now notice how this program runs for many days. It starts June 19 and goes all the way through until August 11th. Yes, so with timetables, we only use them for one day. If we have a timetable, it's for one day. But notice how for the program, it can be over many days. This one is over 3 months. And it gives the list of events that are happening on each particular day. Another type of schedule we can use is called a program. And here we see an example of another program. We've got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So it's over 4 days, the program. But within the program, you can also see the timetables. So you see a timetable for Thursday, a timetable for Friday, a timetable for Saturday, and a timetable for Sunday. So the way to think of a program is a collection of timetables all put together, because they're over many days. If it was just one for Thursday, that would be timetable. Because there's 4, it's a program. A schedule program is like a timetable. but runs for a longer period of time. Like I said earlier, the timetable usually just one day, but the program can go for many days. Like here we start on Friday, August 26, and then it finishes on Sunday, August 28th. So that one's for 3 days. The schedule must have a title and show the relevant events or activities. Yes. So in that way, it's like a timetable too. Must have a title, like here, the summer program, and then show the events and activities. A schedule program must also show the relevant dates and times. Yes. Because a program is usually over many days, it has to have the dates too. Whereas the timetable has the time, because it's on one day, the program has to have the time and dates. Because if it's over different days, we need to know which day is what. Therefore, we must learn to read schedules, programs, and timetables accurately. Now, we already know how to read timetables. You do that already. But now, we're going to look at programs. All program schedules must have 3 things: time, date, activity. Okay? Because it's longer than a timetable, it has to have the date too. If it runs over numerous days, we need to know which day is what. And here is an example of a field trip program. You see how there's all different weeks, and each week has a different date, and each week has a different activity or a different field trip. Let's see who can read the program correctly. What date is the field trip activity for week 3? Okay, so we're looking for the date, guys. So let's go along to week 3. And week 3 is here. Now, if we read along, we'll find the date. So who can tell me what the date is for week 3? June 12th. Yes. Every week has a different date. The field trip activity for week 3 is on Wednesday, June the 12th. Correct. Well done. What movie is being shown on the field trip activity for week 5? Okay, so who can find week 5 and who can see what movie's playing? So week 5, 26. Okay, that's the date. But what about the movie? What's the activity? Toy Story 4. So if you want to watch Toy Story 4, you have to go on week 5 because that's the activity. Toy Story 4 is the movie being shown on the field trip activity for week 5. So you see how we need to understand and read the programs. Because if you went on week 3, you wouldn't watch Toy Story, so you'd be disappointed. What week is the field trip activity for Wednesday, July 24th? So this time we need to find a date first, and what week is the date. You notice they're all on Wednesday, but we're looking for July 24th. So who can tell me what week this is? Week 9, correct. You see, we go all the way down, find the date, and then we have the information. Week 9, Skater's Paradise. Week 9 is the field trip activity for Wednesday, July 24th. Excellent, guys. See, you're reading the program schedule perfectly. Let's do one more question. How many weeks are there in total for the 2019 field trips? Okay, so who can count the weeks and tell me how many in total? 11, yeah. We start off with week 1 on Wednesday, May the 29th. And then every Wednesday, there's another field trip. And we go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's how we get the information. There are 11 weeks in total for the 2019 field trips. And this is how we read scheduled programs correctly. Any questions, guys? That was brilliant. Well done. Welcome back to class. We hope your students enjoyed the PowerPoint presentation about how to understand and read scheduled programs correctly. And remember, a program is usually over a longer period of time than a timetable. In fact, sometimes a program can be considered a collection of timetables put together over successive days. And coming up, we've got a board activity to do our own daily program for today. But first of all, guys, let's do our stretch sequence. So let's stand up and push in our chairs. And let's begin with some rotations. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Excellent, guys. Now we will do some stretches. Let's do 5 stretches to our right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we'll do 5 stretches to our left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent. Let's have a shake. Shake it out. Arms and legs, shake it out. Shake it out. And now we'll take our right hands and find our left foot. Left hand, right foot. Right hand, left foot. Left hand, right foot. Right hand, left foot. Left hand, right foot. And to finish, guys, we will do 5 star jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent, guys. Have a seat. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to do a board exercise with the help of my students to show how we can do a daily program. And what that means is the program of the events that we're going to do throughout today. So the first thing we need to do is we need to give our scheduled program a title. And that will be Today's Program. Program. G-R-A-M. So all together, guys, today's program. Now what we need to do together, we need to go through all of the activities that we do throughout the day. Now it doesn't have to be in sequential time, we just need to list the activities. So what's the first thing everybody did today? Even before? Wake up. Everybody wakes up. So what we'll do is we'll put the activity wake up. But what do we need to go here? Time. Okay, so who can give me a time? What time did somebody wake up this morning? 5:30. Wow, okay. So 5:30, wake up. Now notice with the program, we don't have to go from 5:30 till 6:30. We just need to give the time and the event. So okay guys, 5:30, we wake up. What do we do next? Brush teeth. What time? 5:35. Okay, you see, it can't be before 5:30. We can't brush our teeth when we're asleep. So 5:30, wake up. 5:35, brush our teeth. Then what happens next? Okay, what time? 6 o'clock, eat breakfast. So eat, how do we spell eat? E-A-T, and breakfast, B-R-E-A-K-F-A-S-T. Okay, so now we've woke up, we've brushed our teeth, and we've eaten breakfast. What's next? Next we have to get dressed. Get dressed. Shower. Do we shower first? Yes. Okay, so what time do we shower? Even though it's cold. So what time for shower? We eat breakfast at 6 o'clock. How about 6:15, 6:30? 6:30, shower. Okay. 6:30, shower. Now then, after our shower, what do we do? Get dressed, correct. What time do we get dressed? 6:35. Excellent, guys. You're doing very well. You notice how all the times have to be after each other. So 6:35, get dressed. Okay, now we're showered and we're dressed, ready for school. What happens next? Go to school. And what time do we go to school? 7 o'clock. Go to school. Brilliant. It's 7 o'clock and we're all at school. What happens next? Learning. What time? What time do we begin learning? 8:30. Correct. Remember our timetable? 8:30. So what happens now? At 8:30, learning. And now that we've got our program, we can begin our learning timetable, because we use our timetable for the classes. So you see, guys, how the program is different. We don't have to have 5:30 till 6 o'clock. We just have the time and the activity. But we have to remember the times must run after each other. So let's practice together. 5:30, wake up. 5:35, brush our teeth. 6 o'clock, eat breakfast. 6:30, shower. 6:35, get dressed. 7 o'clock, go to school. And then 8:30, learning. And that's when we can begin to use our timetable, which tells us about the times and the activities. And that's an example of a program based on our daily events. Guys, that was brilliant. Very well done. And now it's time for our worksheet part of the lesson. And what our students need to do today is they need to practice how to read and understand a scheduled program. Because what we've got is a program of Betty's trip to Ayutthaya. And once again, it's got the date, the times, and the activities. So our students need to read the program schedule carefully and then read and answer the questions based on the information that's in the program. And teachers, you can just monitor the class and help our students with anything they need, because it's their first time at trying to understand a program schedule. But what's the first thing to do, guys? Names on top first, and give our students around 12 to 15 minutes for this activity. And as I say, help them with anything they need. So Bangpon, this one's for you.
Thank you.
Lakau, here's yours. You're welcome. Prao, this one's for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Down, here's yours. You're welcome. Chu, for you. You're welcome. Nadia, for you. You're welcome. Pat, here's yours. You're welcome. You're welcome, Pakbung. And Net, for you. Okay, you're welcome. So names on top first, guys, and then have a look at your program and have a read of the questions. So question number 1, when? When does Betty plan to go on her trip? So read the title. The first one, the key is in the title, when.
7:30
No, when does she plan to go? So the title, field trip to Ayutthaya province on what date? November 28th. So that's the date that Betty plans to go. Remember, when asks about the date. So the answer to number 1, when does Betty plan to go on her trip, field trip to Ayutthaya on November 20th?
Does Betty plan to visit?
Okay, so where does Betty plan to go? So she departs the field trip and then she pays respects to Buddha at Wat Yai Chai. So that's one place, and any other place names you can find. So what places will Betty plan to visit? Can you read the schedule? So pay respects to Buddha at Wat Yai Chai. So there's the first place, and then Royal Palace. So Wat Yai Chai, and then after that, Betty will go to the Royal Palace.
What will Betty
Be doing at 9:50. So let's find the closest time to 9:50. So at 9:30, Betty pays respects to Buddha. So that's what she's doing at 9:50. So what places does Betty plan to visit? So she'll go to Wat Yai Chai and then Royal Palace. So they're the 2 places she plans to visit in the morning. Excellent, Nadia. Visit the Royal Palace and also the temple, Wat Yai Chai. That's correct. What will Betty be doing at 9:50? Pay respects to Buddha. Because at 9:30, she goes to the temple. Where will Betty? Where does it say lunch? Can we see lunch?
have fun
At the Royal Palace. Okay, so Betty plans for lunch at the Royal Palace. So you see, by reading the program information, we can answer the questions. Okay, so what will Betty be doing at 9:50? So let's say 9:30, she will be at the temple. So pay respects to Buddha because she's at the temple. So pay respects to Buddha. That's what Betty's doing at 9:50. She's at the temple. Correct. That's where she'll be. And what will she be doing? Pay respect to Buddha. Correct, Nadia. Well done. Welcome back to class. We hope your students enjoyed the worksheet activity today, where they had to answer the different questions about Betty's field trip based on the information that's in the program schedule. So remember, it's important to read the information and the times correctly so that we can answer the questions. My students here all did an excellent job, so very well done, guys. And that's all we've got time for today, so we hope you understand more about how to create schedule programs too, remembering that they usually consist of a longer time frame than timetables. And in the next lesson, we'll have a go at making our own. But for now, that's all we've got time for. So can we turn to wave and say goodbye, guys? Bye-bye. See you again soon.